Alright guys, what's up? It's your Spider back for another JJKPhantomparade video. So today we're going to be going over this brand new event, well, rerun event technically, of part 2 of the JJK0 collab. So, it's a map event basically, you have the different maps. This one's a little bit more unique because there's actually 3 different areas you can actually go to. And it's also unique because we have a brand new, global, any exclusive kind of thing going on. From my understanding, you basically clear these different bosses, and based on the number of clears and I'm assuming points or whatever that the whole community has done, we'll get different rewards basically. So there's 2 different sets. There's personal rewards here, which you get a couple, decent amount of cubes. You get a whole bunch of different resources here like EXP, the collection bit stuff, money with the JP points, the title here. So you get some pretty good stuff here, right? And then here's the overall rewards, which are pretty good too. So you get some standard banner tickets. We also get some skill up materials for to help you guys get your skills up to level 10. Other things too, to get dupes, and this thing right here, which I think if I remember correctly, is something to help you increase your character's levels by, or your specific character's level even more so. So that's pretty cool right there. So yeah, something just extra exclusive. Also, in the exchange shop, we do have 1 free 10 roll for our boy Blue Ghetto, which is pretty cool. I did already buy it, so I already bought it right here. But what makes the shop also really good is that there's a shit ton of fucking AP pots. We have we have 30 AP pots in the shop, so make sure you grind this event because there's a lot of AP pots up for grabs, as well as some other normal rewards here like the skill materials, phantom medals, the recollection if you guys don't already have that. I don't know if I would recommend getting if you do already have you've already played the event. I mean, might as well, right? Because I think you might get some pieces of recollection by whatever materials back, as well as the other pieces of recollection by other materials here. So me personally, I'll probably keep grinding this one out up until I clear out all these limited rewards, and then at that point I'll probably head back to the lottery because the lottery is a little bit easier than going one by one. Picking is the one benefit of doing this though, and the map event is you can choose which of these materials you want to lock down, whereas the lottery is just a random amount that you get, right? But if you clear it, you get a certain amount every time. So I don't know, I think lottery is just better for if you want to get all the rewards that's random, specifically after you clear the shop, right? Once you clear both shops and the limited stuff, then which one you want to farm more is up to you. I think the lottery one is a bit better though, personally. Plus that one has characters rated up, whereas this one I don't think it does. Let me just double check. Because when I was playing it, basically the characters I had weren't rated up for some reason. Yeah, so recollection bits, yeah, characters are rated up. So overall, the one you want to farm between the 2 definitely is the part 1 with the lottery battle. That's the one you want to grind, guys. However, this one, like I said, you do want to grind. You want to focus your attention on now because you want to get these limited rewards, right? Free 10 roll for Ghetto, all the AP pots, all these other materials. So I would recommend to focus on this shop. Once you have all the limited rewards cleared, then probably head back on over to the part 1 lottery event and start grinding that one, or continue to grind that one once you clear out the shop here. But overall though, apparently we get about 3,000 cubes from the total rewards, which is pretty cool. But with that being said though, I'm pretty sure that should be it in terms of the new event. I don't think there's anything else that they added besides of course the new banner, which we'll get to in a second here. Let me just double check, but I'm pretty sure that should be it here. Yeah, so that's it basically. And both have 9 more days, right? So basically next week when we get Sukana, that's when all this stuff will be over. Anyways, we got 10 tickets, we got a couple cubes here. Probably gonna do 3 extra 10 rolls. We'll see. And yeah, we're gonna do some summons here. See if we can get our boy Blue Ghetto here. Let's see, did they add anything for the banner character wise that maybe is interesting? I don't think so, but you never know, right? Sometimes they had secret stuff, not all the time, but sometimes. Okay, no, it doesn't look like it. Okay, well, let's get started. I'm a little bit stressed about this because I don't want to do too many, but it would be cool if we could get Blue Ghetto, just saying, right? It would be really cool if we could get Blue Ghetto kind of early. Well, not kind of early, but just in 3 10 rolls, that'd be really cool. I would love it personally. I did actually get lucky when Blue Ghetto did come around because I did get the recollection bit that was rated up on this banner, which is actually really good. And it looks like we got another recollection bit again. Oh, we got 2. Okay, that's kind of funny. Oh, I don't have this one. Okay, that's cool. And I have this one too. Okay, so we have the purple hollow one, and then we got the other rated up one. Okay, you are late. So this is another limited one. I don't remember if this one was good. We'll check back on the tier list after we finish our summons here. But first basis, it looks okay. Yeah, it doesn't look that crazy because the other one, the one that has both Teen Gojo and Teen Geto like laughing, that one's like the better one. And I think if I remember correctly, that one's a Jujutsu one. This one doesn't seem that crazy off the bat. But I'll look at the tier list just to double check. But yeah, so far initial reactions to that one, kind of whatever. But as like overall 10 roll though, pretty good. Two SSR recollection points is pretty good. Now what would be even crazier and better is if we get the brand new Blue Geto. Now that would be way better. Now many of you guys, right? For many of you guys, you might not want to bother doing any a lot of summons for this Blue Geto. Like this Blue Geto is definitely like not on the same level as like Domain Expansion Gojo or Yuta, where you want to like dish out a whole bunch of summons. This is more of like a luxury character, I would say. Like more of like if you have some stuff to summon, if you have like some extra summons lying around and you want to have like a little bit of fun as a video play player, then sure, I'd say do if you wanted to do a couple. Also, damn, okay, character and record. Hopefully it's Blue Geto. Hopefully. I'm gonna hope it's Blue Geto here. Okay, we got that one. Is that Blue Geto? I can't tell. Oh, it is! Yeah! Let's go, chat! Let's fucking go! Okay! Hey, I'm so fucking happy that we are so fucking alright. That is so fucking awesome. Well, sometimes, you just luck out, right? Our summons for Domain Expansion Gojo and Yuji were like a little bit, we had to go a little bit deep. Blue Geto, he's like, I got you, fam. I got you. You didn't summon for me that much last time. It's all good. I come back around this other time. Okay. Hey, that's pretty cool. The one negative though is that I did have to go through 3, which means that I won't be able to use these 10 points to turn the tickets. I could do one more 10 roll though, but at this point there really isn't any point for me to do another 10 roll, and I think it's probably a smarter decision at this point for me just to hold these cubes. So I'm just gonna let 10 of these expire, but I will be able to at least refund what is it, like 20 of these into 10 tickets. So it's not the end of the world. I still at least get something out of it, but I honestly don't think it's worth doing another 10 roll in this banner just to get 10 tickets back, just because of the fact that like 3,000 cubes is a lot and I'd rather just use that for Sukuna. So yeah, I'm just not gonna bother with that basically. Yeah, and this is the one I was talking about earlier. This one was actually pretty good from my memory. Yeah, 65 cursed energy, and then it's fully cursed energy as well, and then you get more ult gauge basically. So this one was actually a pretty good one. I think this was like an S tier one. Yeah, that's really cool. I'm actually very happy about that. I am very happy we got Blue Geto. I could roll for Miguel, but to be honest, Miguel is like a very niche character. Like I said, he could totally, at the same time, he could totally get buffs and become really, really good later, but I just don't really care about him that much. Plus, with Sukuna coming out next week, I want to have a lot of cubes for him. I do have more than enough to guarantee him because a minimum is 75. I got 92. We're chilling for that. On the other hand, though, we have a lot of great characters coming out for our actual first anniversary, with which should be, if I remember correctly, yeah, it should be what is it, Honored One or Hogo, or was it Hojo? Hojo. Some people call him Hojo, Honored One Gojo, basically. And then Shoko, and then another mysterious character as the third character after that. So I think overall, I'm just gonna summon Sukuna. Once we get Sukuna, skipping everybody basically, maybe rolling for that yellow Shoko a couple times, kind of like how I did with Yaga, and then that's probably it. I might maybe do one extra one on Maki because I do like blue Maki. I mean, I like Maki anyway, so I might do one more on Maki just to get like 10 tickets back from that. So there might be a couple banners here and there where I might do like 1 10 roll, maybe 3 10 rolls like this one, and then finish off with that basically. And then like, because I want to save most of my cubes for the big hitters when we get our actual first anniversary in the like 6 months from now, where we're gonna have like big hitters with the new Gojo, a Shoko who seems to be like a really broken support, maybe even more broken than Yaga, and then who knows what the third character is gonna be like. Maybe a really good debuffer or maybe a really good damage dealer. I'm not really too sure, but regardless, they're hype characters. Now I want to get them either way. But what this does mean though, chat, or yeah, I guess chat or YouTube chat, is that there's a good chance since it looks like every half anniversary for this game, there's a good chance we'll be like hidden inventory, like team versions of Gojo, Geto, and all them. So it looks like that's what half anniversary is gonna be from for the time being. And then it looks like full anniversaries are going to be like current story stuff for the game, right? Where we got doing expansion Gojo as a part of the story. I guess Yellow Itadori doesn't really count because he wasn't really a part of the main story. He was a part of like the filler story that's a part of this gacha game. So I guess he doesn't really count. And then Sukana technically, you know, was a part of the story, but like they went like with a different version, right? In the story of like for La Sukana. But I think that's how they're probably going to run things most likely. Or half anniversaries are going to be more aligned towards team hidden inventory characters, and then full anniversaries are going to be like actual like ongoing story characters. So like we could totally see like okay, maybe not now because, you know, we just got a Gojo for half anniversary, right? But like, I mean, heck, we could still totally see like, well, you know, yeah, we could totally still see another Gojo, right? Because half anniversary, like, you know, 0.5 half anniversary, we have our boy Teen Gojo, right? We have our boy, you know, we have was it Teen Gojo here? He was half anniversary, right? And then for full anniversary, we got domain expansion Gojo. So yeah, no, we could totally see another Gojo easily for well, what would it be like JP's second anniversary, and then our actual 1.5 anniversary for global. So we could totally see like a Shibuya Gojo when he's like, you know, obliterating everybody. We could totally see that, or maybe even like it having like the cube stuff, you know, if you guys are caught up. We could probably also see Itadori that like where he goes like, you know, where he was like crazy when he was fighting Mahito. Could totally see that coming in. We could even see a new Mahito be some little character too. That could be an option, unless they're gonna throw him specifically into the free shop for the Phantom Medals. They could totally do that too, because so for most cursed characters, or like cursed you know, people basically like Mahito and Jogo, right, have only been available in the Phantom Medal shop. So those characters might only be limited to that. So if we ever get like a new version of Mahito that's like from Shibuya, it may only be limited to that shop, which I'm kind of fine with. I don't really mind it because it does mean that character's free anyways. And then other characters that are more hyped like Gojo, Gojo, Itadori, Megumi, you know, will be available there. And then of course that does mean that easily we could have Shibuya Toji, right, where he has like the alternate form, whatever. We could totally see him. We could see a new Megumi. We could see maybe a Mahadora that's like maybe working with either Megumi. Actually, yeah, he'll probably be with Megumi, I feel like. Maybe even Sukana, but I feel like he'll probably be like Megumi. I think that makes the most sense. But yeah, a whole bunch of characters we're going to probably see in the upcoming future. But for what I would recommend at this point though, guys, like I said, you know, main pickups, domain expansion Gojo here. Probably want to get Yuta as well. And then if you really want to, you could try to get Itadori. He's probably not as mandatory anymore now, since, you know, we confirmed Teen Gojo will be coming to the standard banner when we get our actual first anniversary, or like a little bit like after that, basically. So if you really don't want to, you don't really have to roll for Itadori. I think he's still kind of worth it low key, but you know, you don't really need to. And then Blue Ghetto, definitely same thing. It's just more of like, if you, like I said, if you have extra cubes lying around, you could try to go for him. He's not a bad character. Like what is it, Gaku Ganji, this SR character, does basically the same thing he does. It's just that the difference is that like he's green and he's an SSR, whereas Ghetto is blue and he technically can do a little bit more. But yeah, that's just how I feel about that. And there's a last thing we'll do before we head on out is check that recollect a bit. All right, so I found it on the tier list here. So it's actually a A rank one, so it's not that good, but I mean it's still pretty good, right? It's not that bad. Of course, we also have this other recollection here that is a free-to-play one that you can get. I think you can still get. This one's actually, if anything, this one's low-key kind of better. But yeah, this is basically what it does here. So basically, when you have that at 3 dupes, you get 45 Jujutsu stat when you do skill ultimate, and you recover 10 of burst energy. Otherwise, it's 40% on 1 dupe. And then if you have 1 dupe into it at start of battle, you increase your Jujutsu stat by 15% for a limited amount of turns, basically. So yeah, you know, kind of a decent one. That basically means whenever you do the skill here, you're at least getting 55. And then if you have it duped up, you're getting like 60 basically. So yeah, not too bad. Of course, there's a lot other better ones here, right? I think this Honored One Gojo here, Day of Awakening, is actually free. I think, I don't remember though. I could be wrong about that one. But yeah, you know, there's some crazy stuff coming up soon. Also, let's double check. Did they ever add the new Gojo? Yeah, Shoko wouldn't make sense because Shoko's not available yet. You know, to be summoned. She'll be available this upcoming week, just like Sukana, for JP specifically. Yeah, so it looks like they haven't added the new Gojo yet. It makes sense though, because they're probably testing him out, I'd imagine. Whoever like runs this basically. But I think you can actually see him in game though. I mean, not in game. Well, I mean, yeah, in game, but like I think you can also see him on this website too. No, let's see. Yeah, here he is. Yeah, so you can see what his kit is and stuff. You know, I'll be making another video in 6 months basically when this guy comes out. But basically, he's just a green DPS basically. He's pretty cool. But from what I've been hearing, he's probably somewhere between SS and triple S tier. Because he does some faults. But I think he's probably going to be an SS, at least between these two. I feel like he'd be in between these two, or at the very least, the triple S. I feel like personally, but I could be wrong about that. Anyways, though, guys, good luck with your summons. I will be seeing you guys next week. We might do another video if anything like new pops up, because there might actually be. I think there might actually be new content that they will have to reveal next week for the upcoming week. Because yeah, I don't think there was any like news that like mentioned Sukuna, right? So probably make it like 2 videos next week going over, should you summon Sukuna? I mean, it's kind of obvious, right? It's like, should I summon the best DPS in the game or should I not? Or you know, so I'll probably make one video for that, and then I'll be making another video probably if they do like any like special like news stuff for the week or the upcoming, because usually it's been like a 2-week cycle, right, where we get a video, or not a video, we get like a couple infographics of like, oh, this is what's coming for this week, and then this is what's coming the week after. So I'll make a video if they do anything like that, like news wise, and of course the should you summon, just breaking down as can what I think about it, basically give my own thoughts on it. But with that being said, guys, good luck with your guys' summons. Hopefully you guys get all the characters you're looking for, especially all the good ones, right? And I will see all of you guys later. Peace and take care, everybody.